morning, good evening, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you might be doing. We wish to welcome you to the Silverlight Show. The Silverlight shines to illuminate that which lies hidden in darkness. For those of you tuning in today, we welcome you in. As always, my conversations with people are intensely illuminating, which is kind of my job as the Silverlight. But let's get down to it. I'm getting older, just like everybody else. Starting to notice things that either I never noticed before or are becoming new. Now, certain things don't concern you. That new pain in my back, the sudden intolerance to certain things. Yeah, that's just me getting older. I can look at that and just say plainly, Silverlight, that's you getting old. And nobody cares. But societally, first of all, I talk to people. I have good conversations in real life and on the internet. In real life, one of the big things about where I live is the traffic. And yes, the traffic is extremely bad. And I don't blame anybody for this in particular, but I want you to keep that in mind. Traffic. The second thing, I read that place on the internet that sounds like a frog. Reddit. Reddit. And whether I'm reading local or national, whatever, people have so many complaints. Now, I'm no gym rat, but let me tell you, I read an article about one person saying how disrespectful people were at the gym, not wiping down their benches, not putting their weights back in the right order, and stuff like that. And although I'm not a gym rat, I have gone to many gyms in my life. And gym etiquette is one of the first things they teach you. Now, why is this of any interest to anybody who is sitting at home with a six-pack of beer and a submarine sandwich? Well, the truth is, you got the same root cause. Our gentleman gym rat, he, and I'm pretty sure it's a he, is frustrated. He's sitting there and he's trying to do the right thing and nobody else is following the rules. And it feels like a burden that we're not prepared to shoulder ourselves. Now, if you remember traffic, you might be thinking you're the only one following the rules, and I can't argue that. My pet peeve, people merging onto a highway. You know how it is, one lane closes and that one butthole screams up that lane until forced into the other lane and thinks everybody's going to part the ways and make way for him like he's somebody special. We've all been there. The 10,000 people that try to squeeze into the left-hand turn lane while the light is yellow. You're not that special. This is why I support the red light cameras. Nail them. Let the city make some money off of it, and people will start to figure it out. And here we are. There's one red light camera I know of. It catches everybody. Nobody gets away with it. But apparently people have just decided, it's just a traffic ticket. The rules don't apply to me. I'm not going to pay it. Then they get booked on something else, and all of those come back to haunt them. At the same token, we're all there at the gym, in traffic, at our work, whatever it is, shaking our fists towards the sky and saying, why am I the only one doing things right? Why am I the only one that can follow the rules? The good news is, you're right. And we need more people that are willing to follow the rules. They simply don't exist in our present time frame. Sure, you and a couple other people are doing everything by the book, letter by letter, etc. But there's so many other people that just, they see an opening and they figure, I know these people in front of me have been waiting longer than I am, but I'm just going to hop in front of them. And there we are. Go to your average mall and you'll get a queue jumper relatively frequently. Let's just say that. I don't have numbers in front of me, but we've all seen somebody just walk in front of the queue as though all those people weren't there, self important, and I'm not going to use the entitled word, just self important. And they'll just stand there. Rules don't apply to me. My time's more valuable than yours. That's what's frustrating. These people, the self entitled people, the self interested people, are frustrated because they don't understand why everybody isn't bowing down to them like they're the king. And we're frustrated because we're saying, hey, we followed the rules. We waited in line. We waited our turn. We re-racked our weights. It takes a community to make a community. I know that's not the expression, but hey, if Roy Rogers can change expressions, so can I. And this is something we got to start thinking about. There's going to be times like there's nobody in line in front of you or something like that. Yeah, you're going to skip ahead, and even though they have that queue set up that you have to go back and forth, hey, there's nobody there, go ahead, hop over or under the turnstiles. Got no problem with that. But there's two, three, four people there, doesn't matter. You show the respect to them that they deserve because everybody's getting frustrated. Now, I don't think it's an apocalyptic revolution kind of frustrated, but this is why some of the politicians that are getting popular with no good reason that I can figure out is they're preying on that frustration. If they can claim they're going to straighten things up, they don't need any evidence. They just say, hey, if I was in there, I would do everything differently. And people want to hear that. They go, yay, because it seems like their frustrations are being answered. But this is a tale as old as time. Everybody wants to say, hey, I'm different, but it's very hard to be different once you get in there, whether you're the manager at a McDonald's or, you know, you're the Secretary General of the United Nations. Everybody says they're different. I'm different than the guy before me. Trust me. And they get in because we're all frustrated. We take it on the wrong things sometimes, like the government. The government doesn't control your lives as much as you think it does, and I've said that before. But with the frustration, it's hard to say the CEO of Magna messed me up because he didn't deliver this load of parts on time, and because of that, they didn't think of hiring another person. That's an extremely abstract argument, and I'm sorry if you don't follow it, but that's, again, it contributes to this overall sense of frustration. And that's really what we need in this world right now, some way that people can take out their frustrations. There was a time, in my lifetime, where two people could go outside, have a quick tussle, get their frustrations out, and be done with it. Then, unfortunately, they would step outside and one of them would have five of their friends waiting, or one of them would have a weapon, and that's just simply no longer the way the world works. People have hobbies, people have all sorts of things, but they're not taking out their frustrations. They're indulging their interest, but there's just this ball of stress building in so many people's hearts. There are saints out there who let it flow through them, let go of your hate, Jedi wisdom. And that's what we need in this world. But if not, maybe more people need to take up kickboxing. And I don't mean go on the UFC circuit. You're no no offense, don't know much about you as an audience, but you don't seem like the type that are UFC shape, shall I say. We got to remember that frustration because it's festering in us all. It's becoming a serious issue. And I don't know what to do besides telling people to take up kickboxing or judo or whatever it is that you like. Because the issue is real and it's only going to get worse. And since we're coming up to a major election, guess what? It's coming home to roost. We better deal with it now. So with that, we hope you enjoyed this episode of the Silverlight Show. If you did, please like, share, because sharing is caring. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Click the notification icon so that way you can be notified of the next episode of the Silverlight Show. and we hope you have a fantastic day.